Hello, hello, hello. My name is Ehi Ade Mabo. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching from anywhere you're watching around the world. Today we're going to talk about time and productivity. Time and productivity and how it affects you. What are you worth? Yes, you. What exactly are you worth an hour? Give me a dollar value. What are you worth an hour? Have you done this exercise before? It's important to know that not all uses of time are equal, and knowing the simple truth can make a huge difference in your life. Now, darling, listen to me. People who spend their time doing more profitable work do what? Earn more money. It's important to know exactly what you're worth because when you have that number behind your mind, all other decisions are made on the backdrop of this number. For example, if you earn $60,000 a year, you can just divide that by the number of hours, number of business hours in a year to figure out exactly what you're worth on an hourly basis. The average millionaire, or if you make $1 million in a year, you're worth exactly $400 an hour. So I'll tell you what happened to me, a little story today. I was offered the opportunity to speak at a tentative international opportunity or a tentative international engagement for 1 hour of my time. But frankly speaking, 1 hour of my time right now is worth a whole lot. And even more these days with the launch of my signature program and all the other business overhauls I'm doing in my business, right? So for me, it was it was such an easy decision to make because I know exactly what 60 minutes of my life is worth. However, if you are listening to me right now and you have never done that mental calculation before to know, what am I worth? You may continue saying yes to everything. You're saying yes to things that are eating you up slowly. You're saying yes to every single meeting invite. You're saying yes to every phone call, every email. As soon as somebody puts a comment on your Facebook post, you feel the need to respond back right away. You're saying yes to all these things. It's eating up your productivity time and you cannot see it because you have no idea how much you're worth on an hourly basis. Yeah? If you're standing in line for 30 minutes waiting on a $20 discount, or you're going out for drinks to chat about Beyonce's performance at Super Bowl, or you're spending 2.5 hours on the phone talking about the girl you don't like and how much she pisses you off and what you're going to do with her, when your time is what, $400 an hour? I don't think so. You don't give away money like that, do you? Now, time equals money. We all know that. Time is money, right? Don't get it wrong. There's absolutely nothing wrong with chatting about Beyonce's performance if that's how you roll. There's nothing wrong with spending hours of your life speaking about bloggers who are making money or footballers who are doing big things if that's how you want to spend your time. I'm just saying, be deliberate about it. Be conscious about it. Decide, make a decision. This is how I'm going to spend my life today. I'm going to spend my life watching TV, talking about Wendy Williams, talking about Beyonce, talking about whoever my favorite celebrity is. If that's how you roll, it's all well and good. I just want you to be a little more conscious of the decision you're making today about your time, right? So, what happens to us usually though? The average person really and truly doesn't want to spend their life doing nothing. We don't want to spend our time going down the drain. But what happens is because we have no idea of what our time is worth in dollars and cents, we go into something I call time debt. Write it down if you're writing time debt. It's just like being in debt for time, right? But we suspend the things that really matter, such as building our business empire and watching Empire. We spend time when we should be spending time with our loved ones, creating lasting memories. We're spending time talking about other people when we should be contributing to the betterment of our church or community or a society or a nation. We're busy condemning. So, for example, I know I've got 1,440 minutes in a day. You as well. Whether I spend productively or not, it's gone. I cannot go to TD Canada Trust Bank and go, hey guys, can you bank 60 minutes for me? Oh, by the way, I like to keep 3 hours in my retirement savings time bank. No, there's no such thing like that. There's nothing like that. There's no such thing as a time bank, right? So what I'm saying to you is, if you're hanging out with your friends, do it deliberately, do it consciously, be present, be there, be 100% present. If I'm hanging out with my son, it's the exact same principle that I use. I'm going to teach you the 3 questions I ask myself before I say yes to any meeting, before I say yes to any phone calls, before I respond to any emails. When I wake up and I schedule my time, these are the 3 questions that I'm asking. How much am I worth an hour? And because I already have that number at the back of my head, I'm thinking to myself, this better be worth this much, or no. So it's not just about the monetary figure, or we're also talking about the intrinsic value, right? The number 2 question is, am I adding value by engaging in this activity? Am I adding value to the next person, or are they adding value to me? Right? The 3rd question I want you to ask yourself before you go ahead and insist on responding to that Facebook post or that Facebook message or that email that's not even necessary, or that phone call, or saying yes to that meeting, or that redundant request to go out for drinks. I want you to ask yourself, how will my life, or the life of the party involved, be better if I say yes to this? How will my life be better? How will the next person be better if I say yes to this call? I guarantee you, darling, if you ask yourself these 3 simple questions, it will totally rock your world. It will totally change the way you spend your time. More so, I have 3 productivity tools that I help to maximize my productivity. I've spoken about this in a couple of my videos. A lot of you know that I made a drastic change from last year to do certain things differently because I want to grow, right? I want my business to grow and expand and increase. In order to do that, I knew that I couldn't say yes to everything. So I had to schedule my minutes and my time the way I budget my money. So I got something called a daily habit ritual. This allows me to capture all the things I must get done on a daily basis. If you look through my daily habit ritual, you see something like drink 8 glasses of water at 4:30 in the morning. I know it sounds nuts, but what successful person has ever gotten to their destination by waking up at 9 a.m. in the morning and dragging their feet, right? I also use something called a 15-minute calendar schedule. I've been reading a lot of articles that say that millennials don't have to-do lists. Hello, future millionaire. To all my millennials in the house, millennials don't keep to-do lists. It is boring, it's mundane, it's redundant, and half the times those tasks don't get done anyways. They end up making us feel guilty and condemned because when you look at your task list at the end of the day, nothing is done. So guess what I swapped it for? A 15-minute calendar schedule. This allows me to plan my time in blocks of 15 minutes. So every single minute is accounted for. The minutes I spend with my son, the minute I spend sleeping, the minute I spend prepping my food, the minute I spend shopping, the minute I spend on the phone with my sister, the minute I spend doing church activities, it's all scheduled and accounted for. It's gotta be. I know exactly how much my time is worth. I cannot throw it away. Right? So the 3rd thing that I do is checking in with me twice a day. I check in. I check in the morning. I check in the evenings. It's important that I'm on a constant high. It's important that I'm on a high vibrational energy throughout the day. My mind must be focused on the positives. I cannot afford to harbor any unforgiveness or any grudges or any anger, or any anxiety, any fear. No. So this is what checking in does with me. I do this twice a day. So I'm not going to take any more of your time. I know that not everybody I'm speaking with is my exact target audience. I know not everybody is interested in maximizing their productivity. I know for sure that if you're watching this video, you may have made an attempt to do better. You have made an attempt. You know that you need to make a decision that changes things for you. You know that things need to change in your life because you cannot do the same thing you did in 2015 and this year. You cannot bring it this year. We've got to do different. We've got to do better. We cannot afford to be on the phone chatting about your favorite bloggers or your favorite celebrity friends or your favorite talk show host. We don't have that time. We don't have the time. We don't have the time for it. We need to be building empires instead of spending our life watching Empire. We need to be spending more time doing the things that are profitable. We need to spend more time doing the things that add value to humanity. We need to spend more time doing high impact activities, less time judging, less time competing, less time checking people out and wondering what they're up to. We don't have time for that. So if you're still watching this video right now, I have a sneaky suspicion that you're up to something big. I suspect that you want to do better. I suspect that you want to take your life and your business to the next level. Do yourself a favor. Subscribe on my mailing list. You can just do that by going to my website. It's ehimabel.com, EHIMABL, and respond to one of the emails I'm going to send you tomorrow, next tomorrow. And just say to me, Ehi, please send me the daily habit ritual and your 15-minute calendar schedule. I will do it for you. It's not going to cost you a dime. It's my promise to you. Send me an email requesting my daily habit ritual and my 15-minute calendar schedule. I'd send it off to you. The reason I'm not going to send it, I'm not going to put it on Facebook right now because not everybody's ready for it. Not everybody's interested in maximizing their time, but I know you are. You know better, do better. All right, that's everything for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I love you for watching. Have a wonderful day ahead. Take care.